Come on, B. Get the Thank you. All right. Hey guys, Matt, IronTrap Garage. We just got back from our adventure up in New England, and we got all this crap, including this old engine hoist, rolling engine hoist or hoist that we had to literally extract out of the woods. Kind of crazy. So we're gonna unload, and I'm gonna show you everything in this video that we got. We're actually gonna load a lot of it here at the shop because a bunch of it needs like tires removed. This junk needs to be taken apart to get restored. And so let's get going.
Tilt the bucket down. Yeah.
Probably on 78.
They look like a nice
Yeah, they're pretty cool looking.
Yeah, those. Oh, yeah. Oh, you know what? That might be a fake white wall. That's what it is. That's fine. We just need something if we go to get a car.
Yeah.
They roll, you know.
Yeah.
I need to work out.
Is there a matching set? Another one. We got a bunch of these 15-inch, Matt. Senior inspector.
This is literally Moon's favorite thing, possibly in the world, is when we get a trailer of stuff in. He knows like there's gonna be some interesting smells. Look, and he's like, take a look. What's in here? What do you smell? Oh, what's in here? What's in here? All right, take it out of the way of the door.
Oh my goodness, dude, you almost just ran me over.
Come on, out of the way. Out of the way. What's in there? What do you smell? What is it? First one in the door every time.
Anything good? Or is it all junk?
Oh,
huh?
He's like, it smells like raccoons in here. Yeah.
You smell them? You smell them?
What's in here? The chipmunks.
Oh, you
Raccoons.
said the C word.
Yeah.
He's gonna be ruined the rest of the day.
So we'll get it right to the wood, and then you guys may want to get like your big pry bar, and see if you can pry on each dolly to get it onto the wood.
Onto the wood, okay. We could get.
Or do you want to just get it as close as you can, jack it up again?
It's hard to get.
Slide the wood in the dolly on top of the.
Yeah, you could try and do that. It's hard to get the jack in sometimes. Either way, any of those ways is.
All right, we'll figure something out. Yep.
Any of those ways are gonna work or not.
Well, here, if you guys can push it, Steve, grab your
Oh,
yeah,
that's a good idea.
grab your wood. Okay.
Once we get it back, they can. Ready?
Yep.
Ready?
All right, we're on the ramp.
Perfect. Dude, we're getting pretty good at bringing shitty cars home.
This is a neat color.
Yeah,
Isn't
the
it?
shame is they primed a bunch of stuff that the blue was
Yeah.
falling off of.
But it's like an old, well, there's two shades of blue, because under the top blue, there's another blue.
Is there?
On this door you can see.
Oh,
You
okay.
might be able to have them scan a nice section to get a color to
Yeah, that's like-
You might be able to knock the red and the blue and get down to the original blue underneath me.
Yeah.
possibly.
All right, so got everything unloaded. We're gonna do a quick run through like we always do and show you some of the highlights. And as always, some of this will be for sale, some will be to keep. If you see something you'll love or that you're interested in, you can send us an email, irontrapgarage@gmail.com, or some of it will eventually get loaded onto irontrapgarage.com website in our parts section. So you will see some of the stuff if you'd like to shop on there, but if there's something that's rare or hard to find, you better send us an email because that stuff usually goes almost instantly. So we bought 28 wheels, mostly pretty much all wide 5 or 40 to 48 wheels. There's a bunch
Almost
of-
all have tires.
Almost all have tires. People always ask about how we price our stuff when we buy things. This is a good example. We buy all these wheels. I have to pay $7 a tire to dispose of them to the disposal service. So you have to figure that in. So when I price the wheels out, I usually just say, hey, whatever price I say, we got to add $7 a wheel to it just to get them so we can sell them. So priced all these out, bought all these wheels in one shot, and ended up working out good after a little bit of work. Some of them, like these, they have tires that are okay, that are rollable, so we'll probably keep them around in case we get cars like this where we need to make them roll. We'll keep them around, but I've got a bunch of them. Michael will obviously be making sets and listing them up, both wide 5s and the 40 Ford style wheels. A couple interesting things though is he got these 15-inch wide 5 wheels,
I think we got 4 of them.
and they are kind of
Marmon.
unusual. They're Marmon Harrington, like 4-wheel drive wheels, which are kind of unusual. Just that, I mean, they're rare, unusual. Who wants them? I don't know. I think hot rodders were kind of using them on cars because they were 15-inch. That's probably why.
I think they're pretty wide. I think they're like 6 inches wide.
Yeah, so guys would run them on the back or whatever. I don't know, but these obviously have car tires, not tractor type tires on them. So that's those. More over there. They're all over the place. So we'll work our way around. A bunch of wide 5 caps that are floating around. One single Cadillac cap. We had about, what, 100 of them?
74.
74 of them. So now we had 75 in the past like year. That's cool. This we found upstairs. What we think after going through the property is that he parted out, the gentleman owned all the stuff, he parted out another 39 deluxe convertible sedan. So there was a back half of a body that's still there that we left there. We just couldn't get to it, but we scavenged some parts that were laying around the property. Found this in the attic. It was a spare convertible top. This we just wanted to save because somebody is out there looking for this part because it's very hard to find. So this will definitely be for sale. That's why we grabbed it. So if you're interested, you can hit us up. But very unusual part for a pretty rare car, but how many guys are actually looking for them? Probably like 0. But
6.
we had to save it. Pieces of body here, that might be from the convertible sedan, I'm not sure. 38 Deluxe, 38 Standard, some extra grill sides, a core banjo wheel. We got a couple of good banjo wheels last time. This one is definitely a very rough core, but it exists, so we grabbed it. Bunch of trim, like Mike's, is this 35 you said?
Yes, 35.
35 hood trim, like a couple sets. So Mike will piece these out and make sets for anybody that's looking for hood trim. We will have those eventually. Some more just interior trim, rearview mirrors. These are really cool. I was bummed I couldn't find a matching pair, but this is like I put on the Sweetheart Roadster. They're little like Lucas lights with the little nipples on the front. Super cool look, but the lenses don't match unfortunately. But they got these little mohawks on the top, which are really neat. So I don't know what we're gonna do, and we may sell them, but you know, we gotta find matches for them, which is the hard part. So who knows, we might just sell them individually, we're not sure, but they are super cool and would look great on some kind of like show rod. 38 standard hood sides that we found in the one building that Mike had to like literally cut open. Some header panels for, what are they, 37 to 9?
I think that top one's 36,
Oh,
and then
okay.
that's a later one, 37 to 9.
I had no idea. That's what they are, folks. This is, we left this behind the first time, but then we came back to get it. This is 39 Deluxe, but we believe it is convertible because the hole was smaller there.
It has these notches.
And it has these notches, but somebody did cut out the speaker grill, unfortunately. But good one to save if you're looking for one for your car. We grabbed this just for somebody to have. 39 Deluxe closed car, which is another one, just good stuff to grab. Inner fender for something. I don't really know yet. I'll stand back here. So gauges galore. Mike found a bunch of cool gauges. Fuel blocks, just little odds and ends. I'm gonna obviously go through some of this to skim off the top for my addiction. These were good. These are 38. I believe these are the 38 headlight rings. So that car has seal beams put on it with like 40 Ford style sealed beam kit that they put on it. I don't like that, so we're going to be putting the normal glass and lens and rims on, but this is a little different on 38, so I'm glad we found these. So
I believe we have lenses at the warehouse.
great. So again, bunch of gauges. This is pretty cool. This is a NOS, or maybe somebody put it back in the box, Fenton Ford and Mercury 2-carb fuel block kit with the lines. It's got the cool old clamps on it, which are actually getting pretty hard to find. So I'm more excited about the clamps than anything. And deep in there, oh, there's a bunch of those clamps. Nice. I'm gonna switch one of my cars out to these clamps.
It's gonna have no clamps in it whatsoever.
Yeah, so this kit might just be a box with no, that's it. But yes, fuel block, look, brand new. Fenton chrome fuel block. So that's pretty cool. Just neat to see the stuff in the box, which is, you know, unusual. So I don't know what we're doing this. I might end up holding on to this. I don't know, but I definitely want the clamps, selfish myself. As stupid as that is. Got some offset generator brackets. Got a sharp one, which is pretty cool. I got a set of sharp heads last time.
And we found a sharp 4-port fuel block.
So a few of those things I'll skim for myself, of course. Dual antenna. This is cool, NOS. Dual antenna. It's missing one of the antennas, but it's super cool. I wish I had the other one because it's kind of what I'm looking for the Sweetheart Roadster, but maybe I have another one kicking around to make a pair, but that's neat to see in the box. Got another 46.8 radio. Thought Moon was chasing a chipmunk over there. These tin toys are pretty cool. We got a 37.9 windshield frame, some old hot rod tube bumpers there. Which is cool. This is pretty unusual. The guy did mess with some Volkswagens at some point. This is an NOS Valley Tow Right tow bar for an air-cooled Volkswagen. Still in the box. It looks like most everything's there. Just from my years ago and messing with German cars, I know that this is just like the Fords. It's kind of neat to find original accessories in the box. So we grabbed this. This will definitely be for sale. I have no interest in it. We just wanted to save this stuff and pass it on to somebody that's looking for it. Truck generator, which we kind of just wanted for the pulleys, the double sheave pulleys, which is helpful. Some shock mounts with brand new old Monroe shocks. NOS set of Dietz headlights, perfect for a little roadster.
This is kind of like what you have on the Free T, right?
Mine are a little smaller than that even, but they're perfect for a
similar
little roadster. Mike found this. You guys saw in the last video that was under like a t-shirt or a rag. Offie 3.2 intake with the cool little idler on it, cut down generator. I mean, it's like got all the mounts, the carbs are free. So I have a Stromberg addiction, so these will not be for sale.
And they're chrome, so.
And they're chrome, no way they're getting sold. These are getting skimmed for myself with the linkage, and then we will probably sell the intake to somebody, but it's a good early casting Offie intake. This is a style that they don't make currently, so kind of neat if you're nerdy about this stuff. This was probably my favorite thing we got because the car is missing it, but we found the door garnish that the guy had pulled off the car and I guess painted and hung up. Some of the window trim, windshield trim, and then somewhere behind me is the specific window trim for 38 convertible. So that is very, very special, which is cool. So we got the major missing pieces for the car. And this extra set of these pedals, this is like what the convertible has in it. I believe they're Ford hanging pedals. This is what the Schroll Coupe has with these dual later Ford master cylinders. This was just how people did it back in the day. So we grabbed this just because it's cool to have it. It's already, was in a hot rod at some point. We got some extra convertible pieces there. We got this open drive trans, which unfortunately the case is broken, but you can see this is how they did it back in the day. I read the article on how they would tell you how to do this in Hot Rod Magazine to make a hydraulic clutch on a 39 trans or Ford flathead trans. So this is pretty interesting to see one that somebody made. Well, it's almost too nice that like somebody, bought a kit.
I'll probably pull the bracket off and sell it separately.
Or I'll keep it and we'll...
Oh, or I spoke too soon. The boss is keeping it.
We might keep it. I don't know yet. But anyway, so this is pretty cool. If anything, maybe I'll copy it because it almost looks so nice. It's like somebody bought a kit. Yeah. So it could have been somebody selling a kit, but it's a pretty nice setup. I want to get the part number off this slave as well, just to see what it is.
Shifter on that transmission is
wild.
Shifter's
super cool. So it's just like, all you need is like second and third. You probably pull it out in second, just slam it in the third. But pretty cool, the open drive. We'll probably swap this case here, swap the guts around and make a good trans. We always have those sitting around. Mike risked his life in the raccoon poop and got this 39. We believe it's a 39 or a 38 trans mounted in there, so that stuff is all going to be for sale. We just got to check them out. Like always, whenever we sell transmissions, we open them up, make sure they're good. So, all right, so we've been messing with the car for part of the day while Mike was unloading, and we figured we'd show you the car a little bit. First, I wanted to show you the this relic that we pulled out. So for anybody that was guessing in the last video,
we're still getting DMs, by the way, a whole day later.
Yeah, the people are like, what is that? What the heck is that thing? And I guess it is kind of hard to tell with it flipped upside down and hanging from a chain over a river, over a creek and whatever else. So this is basically like an ancient or antique engine hoist or hoist. It's a rolling shop hoist. I don't think it was specifically marketed as for engines, but it was a rolling shop hoist. This thing is made with like an I-beam construction. It's like cast iron with the legs and everything else. Pretty impressive piece of machinery. These things, a number of years ago, let's say 10 years ago even, they weren't really worth that much, and they were floating around. But in the past like 10 years, they've gotten really popular. A couple people have restored them, and there's been some cool photos of them sitting in nice shops with a hot rod and whatever. And like myself, like everybody else, I saw those photos, like, man, I'd love to have one of them. But they got really expensive really quick for restored ones. We, as usual, picked the worst one on the planet. Instead of going out and buy a nice one, I bought the worst one on the planet because I like a challenge. So this thing was buried in the dirt. You guys saw, we dug it out. There's literally still a piece of tree growing around it that we...
The chain
is still living inside of it, so... My goal for this, plan for this, it is not for sale. My plan for this is to basically restore it. So I'm going to work on, hopefully before winter, fingers crossed, since we don't have anything to do. I think we will work on taking this thing apart. And I'm probably going to have to torch a lot of the bolts and center shafts out. yeah, this center shaft is really bad. So there's going to be a lot of stuff where I may have to like machine new parts. Kind of interesting for me because I am still learning how to do machine work. Definitely very much a beginner. So this is a good example of something where I could make these new center shafts and do some different functions with the mill and the lathe, and it would be a nice challenge for me. Yeah, so the idea is I'm going to try and we'll do some videos probably taking this thing apart, send it away to get the major pieces blasted, and then fabricating and creating the parts that are junk, and trying to make this a useful functioning part of the shop. So much like the old school 4-post lift that we have, redo it, paint it, and put it back into use and have it in the shop. It's really satisfying with the cars to have some old tools, and this is kind of one of the things I've always wanted since we've had the shop here, is have a neat old rolling hoist. So that is that. Walk in, show you the car. So swapped out the wheels and tires. It has like 39 brakes on it, I think, right?
Yeah.
39,
Yep.
40 brakes on it. They put 35/6 wires on it. I don't know why. Maybe they thought it looked cool. I don't really like that look on the fat fender cars. So I put a set of 40 wheels with some Firestone 616s on it. But we're going to tinker on this thing along with all these other projects that are super short and easy to get finished. We're going to add another one into the mix.
The Sweetheart Roadster's just shedding a tear over here.
I'm working on it. We need something to keep Steve busy, you know, because he doesn't have anything else to do. There's like a mountain of flatheads behind us. Anyways, I have ADD, so we're going to work on this thing too in the middle of everything else. But this one will be a fun one to resurrect. This is a car that I think would be fun for us to play with, and it's already been modified and hot rodded and customized, so you know, there's pretty much there is no boundaries on this car, so we're going to have some fun with it and hopefully put it back on the road like we do with a lot of these cars. My goal is to hopefully get this thing just running and driving and be perfectly shitty for now, and then we'll see how much we love it. Maybe it will get painted, maybe we'll just drive it and enjoy it as is. I don't know, like with a lot of stuff, but I do know that we want to put this thing back on the road and cruise it because it is super, super cool. So it's been really, really fun. There's been a lot of adventure and fun stuff that we found recently. This is kind of the cherry on top for the end of the season for us. So thank you guys for following. I appreciate it. Catch you later.